Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ni hao ma, live, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor Brian David Phillips, and to watch this video best, use a virtual reality headset. If you don't have a virtual reality headset, that's okay. It's just kind of cool to see it in VR because that's what it's made with, a VR camera. So you could be in this super secret room with me. I know some of you don't want to be in this kind of super secret room with me, or with anyone else for that matter. I'm pretty sure you've guessed what kind of super secret room I'm in, because of the echo, right? Yeah, it's the sound quality. That's why you know. It's not because you recognize this and that. But why am I in here? Well, because I wanted a small room that was relatively okay sound-wise. This room doesn't seem to get all the Chinese New Year fireworks and all the other stuff going on around right now. Plus, the reverb is fine. All right. Now, why am I in here? Not just why, but why? Why are you doing this thing? Well, I wanted to make a video. That's why. We're going to play around with the unconscious mind. Specifically, my unconscious mind, which I'm told is unconscious quite a bit recently. We're going to play with ideomotor movement of the body via the mind. Now, some of you are familiar with things like Qigong, Orgone, and the Force. But yeah, the Force. Yeah, that makes so much sense. We're going to play around with something. Energetic movement through the body. I've done this on a few videos, specifically webinars. I will be doing this sort of thing with the Esoteric Trancework online webinar, or seminar, not even a webinar. It's an online seminar. It's a full seminar. 2 days, coming up in May for Beltane, but I just wanted to do something fun. So, some people believe it's an energetic force moving through you. Others believe it's just the unconscious doing it, okay? If you have an esoteric explanation for it, that's great. If you have a psychological explanation for it, that's great. I like to play with both. So I'm going to plant myself, and because this is a small secret room, I'm going to tell my unconscious and my body and the universe, keep the feet planted. Anything else can move around. If you have a lot more space to play with, you can move around a lot, but I absolutely suggest that you give yourself parameters. So give yourself an unconscious suggestion to keep within a certain parameter. When I play virtual reality games, we have what's called a guardian, which keeps us in the play space. And we start to go outside the play space, that guardian pops up. And so when you're doing this kind of work and you're giving yourself free movement for like freestyle trance dance or something like that, or Ouija dancing, I strongly suggest that you give yourself an unconscious guardian. Otherwise, well, I have seen stories. I've never met someone who did this, because most of the people who do this sort of thing are my students, and I teach them plant yourself or give yourself a guardian type suggestion. So they're not going, that's not going to happen to them. But I have read stories of people who do this kind of thing, particularly things like animal Qigong or spontaneous Qigong, which I love, which uses many of the same principles. Then they end up running around on the street. Not a good idea. And weird, because they should be able to recognize that they should terminate their session. It should never get to a point where you can't terminate at will. But hey, some people don't have good teachers. Some people do weird things. Okay, so I'm going to plant myself and just enter trance. inner trance, however you like. For me, all it takes is a few deep breaths. And closing the eyes, and every breath out, I just let myself go deeper. I find that if I had the hands up, it works better for initiating the unconscious movement. You may notice my hands have already begun to move. I am not consciously doing this. This is my unconscious mind or the energy flowing. I like to have my feet planted as well so that each breath in, I feel the energy coming through me. And every breath out, I just relax and release my tensions. And the movement just happens. If a movement begins, just let it happen. Just let your body, your mind, and your spirit play and enjoy. Whoa. That was interesting. The swaying is normal. The swaying is natural. It takes some practice for some folks. They don't get it right away. That's okay. Just let even the smallest movement come to you. Doesn't have to be complicated. Doesn't have to be weird. Just let it happen. Nice. Nice. And just let yourself feel positive energy. I suppose you could do this with negative energies, but I don't recommend it. If you're letting negative energies flow through you, that's a pretty awful experience. Why would you want that? Just let yourself have this positive energies coming through. And let it happen. That was interesting. Now, it feels a bit like Tai Chi when you've practiced your movements so much that they become unconscious. It just flows through you. But this isn't Tai Chi. In Tai Chi, you'll memorize certain forms, or the kata, however you want to express it. And there's often a certain number of movements that you do, from 20 to 24, 28 to even a 48 form Tai Chi exercise. This is not memorized. This is spontaneous, which means the body just moves the way it wants to move. You're allowing your spirit, your unconscious, to simply dance. Now, if you play music, that makes it even better. Depending on the music, of course. Heavy metal is going to give you one experience. Ska will give you another. I don't know why you would want that experience, but some people do. Waltz, classical, traditional Chinese, country and western, whatever music you play, whatever you enjoy. But get something that has a nice rhythmic tone to it. And that's long form. You might have a playlist even. And just let your body move the way it wants to move. I get a lot of mudra or finger movement when I do this sort of thing. Maybe you'll just get large movements of the limbs. I don't know how you'll experience it. And how you experience it is certainly different from me. You just let your body move, your unconscious do its thing. And release. And that, my friends, now I'm doing this with eyes closed. I find that really does help me focus and have the experience. I can also do it with the eyes open, and there's still ideomotor movement. There's still the body doing whatever it's doing. For me, I like to do it with eyes closed. If you have small children or animals, maybe you want to keep one eye open, or two. And release. I have a little ritual for releasing. I just breathe out, and as I breathe in, eyes open, fully alert, thanking the universe. And we're done. And thank you for whatever this is. I hope you enjoyed the experience. Be sure to click subscribe and like and share or whatever. Ask questions, comment, sign up for courses. I don't know. Go to the website. Lots of free stuff there. Lots of paid stuff there. Yay. Either way, for now, this has been ideomotor movement, or energetic movement if you prefer, or esoteric movement if you prefer. And I am Professor Brian David Phillips, wishing you a good day. Happy New Year. Live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.